Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here. And today we are going to do a review of a new diamond painting tool. This is from DPG, the Diamond Painting Group, over on Amazon. Now, I got quite a few messages about this pen asking me, could I get it? Could I use it for a bit and tell you guys how I like it? So here's that review. So first things first, when it came, it did come in a box. And then it came in this tube to keep it safe from being broken or cracked. So that was a nice addition to the pen coming, was that it came in a tube. And as you can see, it was taped up so that the top wouldn't pop off and your pen be flying all around the box. And then here is your pen. Now the pen is a little bit heavier than, say, your regular like pink or blue pen that you would normally get in your diamond painting kits. Now this is one of my acrylic pens that I like to use. And then this is the pen for the Diamond Painting Group, and they weigh about the same amount. Like they're both pretty like sturdy pens. So I would definitely say if you're someone who doesn't like the gigantic jumbo pens like I do, this might be a new something for you to try. So first things first, right off the bat, it comes with pink wax in it, and how to use it is you just twist your diamond on the top here and it makes the wax come out. So you see how it came out there? So once you twist this, it makes the wax come out of the top. Now you can't reverse it to make the wax go back in. So once it's out, it's out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim that off, put it in my little tray here. So there was quite a few questions about if this actually worked. Was it just gimmicky? So we're going to test it out. We're going to do a couple of things here. I'm not going to make this super long just because it's a pen. It works like a pen does. So let's see here. First things first. It's a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's a little bit heavier. It is nice to hold because it kind of reminds you of like a regular regular pen. It is of course going to be heavier than say like the pens that come in the kits, but we're going to do a couple of drilling, or we're going to do some drilling on the current whip I have going, which is Bubblegum Girl from Bella Safina. So I'm going to lift this up here. And like I said, you don't need a whole lot. Now, I've tried this with both square and round drills. It does work with both. It is universal, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, I'm going to twist that cap to get that wax out of there. So you see how the wax came out? Now, you won't need that much, so I'm just going to pat it down, okay? I learned that that's how I like to use it. I don't like to use it where where the wax is still sitting on like the edge of the pen. I like to have a little bit come out and then press it down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my drill tray and my diamonds. Let's get a little bit of diamonds in the boat. So we'll drill a little bit with it to show you how it works. So this is a round drill diamond painting that I'm currently working on. So I'm just going to place a few diamonds with it. Now, like I said, it works like a regular drill pen. So you just pick up your gem, put it down. If you're a heavy presser, this will work for you as well, because I am also a heavy presser. I can press lightly whenever I am like showing you guys things. But for the most part, I do press pretty heavy. We're just going to get some of that wax off there. There's a little too much hanging out. And the good thing about it is if you want to recycle the wax, like if it was still tacky but you just pulled too much out, you can refill the pen, which I'm going to show you how to do that here in a few minutes, because that's something I noticed on Amazon. It had like the description of the pen and everything else, but it didn't show you exactly how to refill it. So I think I figured out how to refill it. So just going to have it come out just a little bit more here. There we go. So as you can see, it places the drills just fine. And I'm going to go real hard at it right now. So I'm going to press down really hard. So you see it's in there. I'm going to get rid of that extra drill on the side here. Press down really hard on my kit. Boom. Now when you press down hard, of course you got to watch out, because it will splooge ink. Oh my gosh. It will splooge the wax. Okay. And you don't want that. So I'm going to take my tweezers here. And I'm just going to try to scrape some of that wax off of there. So if you are a heavy presser, just be careful, because of course you don't want that wax all over your kit. But yeah, it works really well, whether you're a light presser or a heavy presser like I am. It does work very well. And the fact that you don't have to keep refilling your pen, or if you don't know when to refill your pen, you know, trying to find your wax and everything. Now, I'm going to say you can probably fill this with any type of wax. So if you have like the wax bars from, say, Wee Wax or Patty Wax, you can do some scrapings. Like you can take it and scrape it with like a knife or something, and then put the shavings in here, and then use that to press it down to use it. You can use regular wax with it. You can use, of course, different color wax. So as we can see already, it puts the drills down perfectly fine. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem at all. And like I said, it does work with round and square drill. So it is universal. Oh. Can you move drills around with it? You sure can. I can move drills around with it. Now, I'm not big on single placing. So I have been using the pen, just not a whole lot. When I don't have color blocking and I have single placing to do, I will use the pen just to get a feel for it. And it actually feels pretty good. It literally feels like a regular ballpoint pen. So it's just a little bit heavier than you would, you know, think a ballpoint pen is. Now, I wouldn't go over filling this with wax. Like I wouldn't fill up the entire pen with wax, and I'll show you why. Here, we're gonna cover that now, is how you refill the pen. This is how I have figured out, I think, how you're supposed to refill it. So you're going to unscrew your gem here, okay? So we're going to unscrew it. And if I can do it with these extremely long nails, you can do it. So you'll be fine. So you're just going to unscrew this. And then you'll notice that this part detaches from this part, okay? Now, I'm not a big fan of the pink wax. Now, the pink wax that they have in here is actually really good wax. It's not opaque, meaning it's not cheap wax. It's actually really good wax. It's like the wax you would find in, say, a Diamond Art Club kit or a Craftably kit. So it is really good wax. And I'm just going to keep going here. And this is why you don't want to overfill it, because then you'll have this giant screw hanging out, and you don't want that. You don't want that. So I'm going to unscrew, and you'll feel some tension after you get to this part here. It won't unscrew as easily, and that's because it starts unscrewing that other part. Boom. There's your shaft. Don't get a dirty mind now. There's the screw. There's the inside of your pen. Now, like I said, if you're using Patty Wax or Wee Wax and you want to put that in here, it actually might work better for a lot of those folks who have been having issues with those types of waxes. Like I said, you just take some scrapes off of the back of it with, say, like a spoon or a butter knife, and then you would just put the scrapings into here. You would just pack it down in here, and you can use your diamond piece to kind of pack it down in there, okay? So what I'm going to do, because like I said, I'm not a big fan of the pink wax, and as you can see, I have been using it, okay? So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to grab some wax out of here. Now, I'm not going to grab this one because I started using that for a multi-placer. I'm going to use this one here that's all like almost half gone, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of here, take that plastic off. Now, you don't want to just go putting it in there like, you know, willy-nilly. You want to, you know, I've rolled it into like a cylinder shape. So I rolled it between my fingers here like this, made it into a cylinder shape so it fits in there better. Boom. And as you can see, it went down in there. Now I'm going to put the rest of it in there. So I'm just going to take the rest of it off this plastic piece. So I would definitely say maybe 1 or possibly 1.5 of your wax cubes that you get from like your diamond painting kits. Like I said, I wouldn't put too much in there, and as you can see, it's in there. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to push it down, okay? We're going to push it down, and then you're going to screw this back on. So as you can see, it's screwing back on, and then you're going to start seeing that diamond disappear again, so, or that giant screw part. So what it's doing is going to push that blue wax down into the pen. Okay, so that diamond came off when I twisted it that time. And it seems to be harder to twist now. So I'm going to get a pair of pliers to see if I can twist that off there. All right, so thank you, Mr. Coffee, for your tools. We're gonna try to get that out of there, which I'm gonna try to do it without breaking it. Doesn't look like it's moving.
I wouldn't bite on the threads, you can damage them.
All right, so now that he's loosened that up for me. So it did get a little tight when I put new wax in. So that might be something you guys have to worry about when you go to refill this thing. Because you don't want that happening. And I took the diamond off so it was easier for him to catch the threads on the top. So maybe watch how much you put in at once. Like maybe put a little bit in and then pack it down first. Don't put a bunch of it in and then try to pack it all down at once maybe. Yep, there we go. But it did go down in there. So that is a plus because you can see it here in the barrel. You can see the blue wax where it meets the pink wax. So I would just, it's a little touchy whenever apparently you need to refill it. So if the people that, you know, created this pen happen to ever watch this, maybe figure out something about that. Make it where it's not going to essentially cause any problems if and when you refill it, or give instructions on how to properly refill it, just so that somebody's not going to buy the pen for 15 bucks and then break it trying to get wax put into it. But I do think it's a cool pen. I'm not going to lie. It is a pretty cool pen. It works like it's supposed to, and I'm going to get this down so we can push some more wax out. And there we go. So the wax is starting to come out again, so I know that that point is at the bottom. Now, when I go to untwist this, it's still tight. So you might have to get some of that wax out of there to unscrew this top part. So I'm going to keep going. So I would highly suggest maybe trying it for a couple of times with regular wax before putting like wheat wax or patty wax in it, to be honest, because like I said, this is actually really hurting my hand trying to twist this thing in here. All right, and then that's the end of the road for the screwing part. Oh yeah. Just, oh. Don't put a whole lot of it in there, I would highly suggest. It does make it handy for whenever you're trying to get the screw out of there. So we're going to put this back on here. And all I did was twist it. And the gem part came off and not the other part. Okay. So refilling it is kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it is a pain. Is it worth it for 15 bucks? I would say I need some more time with it. I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes, because it is a refillable pen. The wax that comes in it is actually good wax. So if you want to use that pink wax, because as you can see here, let me show you. As you can see, it's that very dark, deep red wax. So it's not opaque. You won't be able to see through it. And so it was really good wax that it came with. So if you want to use the wax that it came with, feel free to do that. I would definitely recommend that you use what's in it first before you refill it with anything else. Try it with another type of wax like the blue wax, the yellow wax, the white wax, the purple wax, because they do have purple wax. Try it with a different type of wax. Try putting it in piece by piece, little pieces, not big pieces, and see if that works for you, because this right here is kind of a pain trying to figure out, okay, now I got the wax in there, got the color that I want. I can see it sitting right here. Like, that's the bottom of this pen. But when you go to unscrew it, it doesn't want to move. So I have to get a tool from my husband's tool chest to get that out of there, which can be a pain in the butt. Also, trying to twist that in there does hurt your finger. So if you're someone who suffers from arthritis, I would stick to the acrylic pens, to be honest. Is it worth the $15? If I can figure out an easier way to refill the pen without it doing this, where it jams itself and I can't take the top off of it and I have to go through a whole rigmarole, yes. If this is how refilling it goes, no. Because after a while, you're going to run out of wax. Now take it, wax in this type of setting, the wax is covered, it's safe, it's secure. If you have pets, if you have kids, if you have anything in your house that could steal your drill pen, your wax is secure. So nothing's going to get to it, nothing's going to be able to eat it or anything like that. It would have been cool if it would have came like a top, like a regular ballpoint pen would. If it would have came with a top to secure that top part. But as long as there's no wax coming out of the top part, you don't have to really worry about the wax because it's going to stay good as long as it's in the pen. So if you stop diamond painting for say 2-3 weeks, all you have to do is twist this bottom part, get a little bit of wax on the top out that might be a little crusty or something. You just kind of take your fingernail and scrape that off and boom, you have fresh wax. It keeps it safe and secure. So there is a plus to that. The biggest downfall to it is that once you try to refill it with any other type of wax, trying to get it unscrewed is a pain in the butt. So I like the design. I like the idea of it. But there are some improvements that can be made to it, like maybe giving it a top, maybe figuring out a way that this diamond doesn't come off. So you have that guaranteed leverage to be able to get that screw out of there. Maybe thinking of another like push-pull system or something to get the wax down in there where only like the bottom part moves and the screw part stays in place until you need to refill it. Also, I would recommend to the person or persons selling it over on Amazon, put instructions on the website, because us diamond painters or anybody in the community that uses pens like this, whether it be for rhinestones or, bedazzling or what have you, if you're going to use a pen like this, you're going to want to be able to go to the site and see how you refill it. And there was absolutely nothing on there that I saw about refilling these pens. So that was the only way that I saw to refill it, was to unscrew this part here, which still won't come off. It's just taking the gem off, which is kind of irritating because you're like, okay, if I can unscrew it with, if it was able to be unscrewed with the pink wax in it, why isn't it doing it with the blue wax? I don't know. But like I said, I can see it right there. It gives you this little window so you can watch it go down. And as you can see, there's nothing on there that's preventing it from coming back up. It's just stuck. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. And I'm going to go get my husband's tool so I can get that out of there again. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this off. And I stole Mr. Coffee's multi-tool. Like I said, be very careful with those threads. And what I'm actually doing is I'm twisting more of the pen than I am the multi-tool, so I'm not ruining those threads. And this is where the pain in your hand sets in. And see, I don't know if it needs to be greased up, oiled up, or what. And you can see it's moving. So it is moving. I'm just not sure why it's doing that. It's kind of annoying. All right, so we're just gonna get it. And it's only when it hits a certain spot, because after it hits a certain spot, it becomes easier again. But the wax that was in there was up to about, I guess it was up to about right here. So I don't know if it might need more wax in it. I don't know. I don't want to put any more wax in it. Good God, I don't want to put any more wax in it. So I'm just going to keep using this. And like I said, I'm not twisting this. I'm holding it with that to keep it steady, and I'm twisting the pen itself. I know a lot of y'all sitting back like, y'all, look, listen, that's too much work, Miss Coffee. You asking too much of us. Now we got to be Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Only a few of you will get that joke. If you don't get that reference, you might be too young for this page. So it's a nice pen. I do like the idea of it. Just a couple of little things that they could fix. Majority of them being how to refill the pen and giving instructions so people don't buy it, try to refill it, break it, and then get mad because they just wasted 15 bucks and then have to go buy a new one. Am I buying another one? No. This one will suffice until I can figure out a better way to refill it. I'm sure there'll be more videos on this pen. You might see me using it, or if I figure out a way to refill it without pretty much killing my hands trying to get the screw out of it, I of course will let you guys know. Like I said, it's only when it gets to a certain point. My shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts. My body aches. Oh, there we go. So, like I said, there's a couple of things I would suggest to them if they're going to maybe improve on this product or whatnot. And majority of it is trying to fix this part here, because literally there's no other way, which I'm going to try it here. I might mess it up, but whatever. That's what I'm here for. So I'm going to try to twist this off. Nope, that doesn't twist off. See this twist off? Nope, that doesn't twist off. So this is all one piece here. Okay, so it looks like a ballpoint pen that they ripped the guts out of, emptied it out, and then used a screw and a bolt to essentially to just like squish it down in there. Because yeah, see, as soon as it hits here, it's met with resistance. And I'm gonna guess that's from all the wax. As a matter of fact, I can tell you it is, because you can see it's trying to push something down right here, which looks like more wax. See, now it's getting tight again, so I'm just going to lift it back out. I mean, if this is something I have to do maybe once every, few months, it might not be as much of a pain. But if this is something I have to do constantly, look, listen, my hand hurts. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, is there any more? Oh yeah, so all the way down there's like wax residue. And there's really no way for me to get it down besides to push it with this. Which, let me put that diamond back on, because that diamond is helpful. As soon as I'm met with resistance, I'm going to pull it back out. Y'all want it in depth. Just remember that. Alright. So I pull it back out. And I can still see there's some wax stuck up in there. Like, okay, here we go. So right here you can see... Oh, hold on. Right here. You can see there's something stuck right there. And that's what I'm trying to push down now. So essentially when I put the wax in there, it got stuck on the sides. So what I'm doing with this paintbrush is I'm just trying to poke it down further. Trying to get it out of that spot so it goes down. If you have something thicker than this that will fit in here, I would highly suggest using that. I don't think I have any thicker paint brushes. Alright, there we go. So we got that pushed down. So there's some wax stuck on the sides, it looks like. So maybe if I get that wax off the sides of it, it will function a little bit better. But it makes no sense to me, because then how did they get the original wax in there without all this trouble? Like, and as soon as I'm met with resistance, I'm going to take it out. I'm twisting this part back on. That's just bringing the diamond off. Now, when you, like I said, when you first get it, it won't be this hectic. Use what's in it first, I would suggest, and then refilling it. But I think that's all the messing around with this that I have time for today. I hope this review was helpful and thorough enough for you. Again, I give it, if I had to give it stars 1 out of 10, I'd give it a 5. Because it does do what it's supposed to do. It does let you pull the wax out so that you can diamond paint. You saw that it does diamond paint. The only issue I'm having is when I want to go refill it, it seems to be a pain in the butt because it looks like the residue from the wax is not wanting to go down smooth. It's essentially getting stuck in the barrel, and then it looks like it prevents it from going down any further. And that entrance, I don't think it's as big as a pencil. Let's see. No. So like if you have like a regular pencil, it's not going down in there. So all I have is like my paintbrush, and I'm trying to look around to see if there's anything else I have that I could possibly jab down in there. And all I'm doing is I'm using the paintbrush to kind of scrape the sides of it to see if there's anything else left in there that, oh, we got some more wax that came down. So yeah, the sides seem to be coated in the blue wax now, which I don't regret putting the blue wax in there. Don't get me wrong. I wanted the blue wax. The pink, like I said, the pink wax that was in it worked perfectly fine. But I want to be able to refill it with other waxes besides the pink wax that comes with it. So I wanted to test it out. Like I said, it looked like it's going to be a pain in the butt to do. And now this part doesn't want to screw in properly. There we go. So I'm just going to push this. And I see it moving down. It's brought some wax with it. There we go. Boom. Now, can I easily twist that off? I sure can. So it definitely was the wax being built up in the barrel of it. So you have to be careful of that. Get a paintbrush, if you don't stick it to your diamond painting canvas. Get a paintbrush or something cylinder to shove that paint down in there to make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. So again, if you use small pieces, you should be perfectly fine. If you use in bigger chunks like I did, you might have to push some of that wax down in there because now as you see, is that just my diamond coming off again? It's not as hard to get it to open. Now, you can't use the diamond because, of course, it's going to twist itself off its thing there. I'm just grabbing hold of the screw and unscrewing it from the actual screw itself. And it's coming off easy now. See that? A little ASMR for you. And then for some reason that part isn't screwing off like it should when I first did it. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh, probably because it's not. Oh, yeah. See, you can see it here on the barrel of it. You see that wax that's coated up on there? Let's see if we take that off. We're just gonna put that off to the side here. We're gonna screw this back down where it's supposed to be. Gonna get all that excess wax off the sides because that's the wax that's coming off of it from the side. Ah, now it's working. Now we're cooking with fish grease. Yes! All right. Can we get it all the way down? See, now it's not hurting my hand because it's moving freely down the barrel. And we're going to see it pop up here in a few minutes. Bam! There it is. So yeah, the wax got stuck in the barrel. I'm not sure why that happened, but it can be a pain in the butt to fix. But as you saw for the last God knows how long that I've been working on this, I was able to get that wax out of the barrel enough where it's easier to screw this off and on. Again, because I did all that extra stuff, I have to use the actual screw now to screw it off and on. And so that's how I will have to screw it off and on for right now until I figure out more. Like I said, I'm going to do some more work with it, do some more research. If there's another pin that comes out, please feel free to message me so that I can try that out as well. If there are any diamond painting tools that you would like a thorough review of, please feel free to put that comment down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to help you out with getting you a video, because I try to be as thorough as possible, especially when it comes to diamond painting, because this craft is supposed to be enjoyable, not stressful. So let me take the stress out of it for you by doing stuff like this. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who contacted me about this pen. Would I suggest this pen? Yes. Because for a lot of diamond painters out there, they're not sure what type of wax to get, or if you're new to diamond painting, or if you're somebody who loves to single place, this would be a perfect pen for you, because there's no multi-placer. The wax stays safe away from pets and children, and it's an easy something that you can take on the go with you. If you're, say, going away for an overnight trip, you can just throw this in your bag. You're not going to run out of wax anytime soon, and if you've used this type of wax before, you know this type of wax can last months. And even if you do get a little piece that's dry, you're only getting about the size of the barrel that's going to be dry, and you can essentially like scrape that off with your nail and make sure that it's fresh wax all over again. So I would still suggest the pen. If I had any, like I said, if there was, the only bad part is that when you're trying to refill it in small little chunks, so that that chunk can fall all the way to the bottom, because as you saw, if it gets stuck in the barrel, it's a pain in the butt, and then it takes your gem off, and then you got to get your husband's tools, and they have to entrust you with tools. And I'm surprised Mr. Coffee even let me have this. It's a Gerber multi-tool he has. But yeah, I would still recommend the pen. So if you hop on over to Amazon, now I'm not sure if this is outside of the US or only in the US. Over here in the US, it is on Amazon. I believe it's only 15 bucks. If you want to go grab it, I'd say it is worth it, because you can refill it. You just have to be careful how you refill it. And if you have arthritis, look, listen, get yourself a pair of pliers, okay? Just make sure you don't put the pliers on the metal or any of this part. I do like it that I wish this opening here was a little bit wider so you could see exactly what's going on in there, because that opening is a little too small for me. I can still see it, but it can be a little too small for some people. So I would say make this wider, fix and work on this screw system here, because the gem coming off isn't going, it's not working for me, dog. It was probably glued on there, and I trying to untwist it and I messed it up. But yeah, so I would definitely still recommend the pen. So if you guys wanted to go out and go get it, I will have it linked down below. Do keep in mind that I am an Amazon influencer. So if you do use that link, I do make a small commission, and I thank you in advance for using that link. But with that said, I've taken up enough of your time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up. If it wasn't at all helpful for you and you just wasted this much time of your life, my apologies, hit the thumbs down. Still, the interaction counts. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Questions, comments, concerns, down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Like I said, if there's another tool that you would like me to do a thorough review of, please leave that comment down below. Now take it, please search my channel before requesting reviews, because I've already done reviews of the 60-piece little cylinder storage cases, the mini vacuums. I actually think I have 3 of those, and a bunch of other tools that I've done. There's a whole, probably like a playlist of diamond painting must-haves and stuff like that. So if you would like to go check that out, please do so. But like I said, please check the channel before requesting anything, because I can probably just point you in the right direction. So with that said, please be safe out here in these crafty streets. Wear your mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face in public, keep your 6 feet, and always try. Be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.